Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. I'm just working on recovering from a systems crash here that killed my operating system enough that I had to reinstall a lot of stuff. Fortunately, my game files, my important modding files and all that stuff weren't directly affected. Still have to, reinstall a lot of software. But we're back up and going here. So let's get to this. We had just recently conquered France and formed Vichy and got Vichy in the Axis. Let's rebase these over there. These are various captured vessels. Conquered Norway. As you see, these guys are going to hold there. We're going to send the next round reposition them. These guys here are going to become my garrison force for the ports primarily, or we'll get invaded by the British. Sure, we'll give them a lot of energy. We got more than we can deal with. The Swedish steel trade back because we now occupy Narvik up here, though very tenuously at the moment. Britain will see these ports unoccupied and will move to invade them if we don't quickly get forces up there. What shall we research? Quickly take a look and see what's going on over here. I guess they're now our allies. Supply organization advanced. That's very good. We want to get that soon though, as well. Useful, yes, but drop tanks. When he does that, will increase a lot of our aircraft ranges. It's upgradable, so. Just got rid of 2 British submarines. Oh, that reminds me. This is one thing I want to micromanage. Not just the only thing, of course. Okay, and I didn't even want that to happen. I normally try to turn this off before. Then we can go in and look at the supply route here quickly. Supply mode. This is okay. That isn't so much. Because it's going out there. Hopefully it'll shift in closer here where we can monitor it. I didn't really want all this stuff being transferred right now. Resources, so I'm going to kill it. Because I don't need it, so I'd rather have it. Okay, resources. I'm going to kill this. Because I don't need the resources coming in because I'm already maxed out up here. And maxed out on supplies. I would have wished stock wouldn't have come in. Because then it'll stockpile there. That I send up. Supplies, but they don't send in captured resources. Okay, and we now conquer Denmark. So this is one creating the various Marine commandos, because we researched them earlier. But we have to control certain provinces to deal with that. Get these things going. So we're here with them. Get that, you know, since we're dealing with this. Let's move these guys to Lorient. That's where they were historically. Okay. We're moving the gotta move the HQ. So, there, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole corps here, or army, I should say. We're going to strategically move them over to there. How's it got pulled away to command? So we'll put Steiner in charge. And we're going to be moving some infantry over shortly too, but not as much. Just killed a British light cruiser here. We'll quickly go to the naval map. See, we've sunk 37 enemy convoys in this province, and we've attacked raiders 31 times, 24 convoys, enemy convoys. So we've been doing a lot of damage to them here. Here's these guys down into here. Convoy raiding. He's gone somewhere here. Damage, so we're going to stop him operating. Just a little lost in organization. See, 8, 1. Can't see that one. 9, 6, 6. So we've been gutting their convoys here. 19, 9. 11. So we've been gutting their convoys, I say. So I'm quite pleased with that. 2 and 2. So if any, you know, for the people who think that, oh, we have to have hundreds of subs to do this, you don't. 14. Now, if you're planning on truly bringing them to their knees with submarines, you do. But if you just want to keep them building convoys and not building bombers or troops. Okay. All these guys up here. So I'm going to send them up here, rebase them all the way up here, and work my way back. Okay, yes. Greenland, which was Greenland and Iceland, were part of Denmark at the time. Were occupied by British and American forces. So we can quickly go out there and see. Okay, now we just face the embargo there. So instead of occupied by us. Okay, we just got hit by an embargo from the Americans. As you can see. So what we're going to do is try to sell you. No, we're still not back from that. Hopefully a few countries will decide they want some supplies. Risk. Pretty bad in some of these areas. At least let's temporarily. There's going to be some events firing hopefully soon that will give us. You want to keep your revolt risk down, obviously, because you don't want revolts, but also to we haven't yet occupied that as proper German territory. Because if the lower the revolt risk, the better resources and factory production happen. And supplies move better through there. Let's move. These guys. Let them have Paris for their command HQ. Yes, they just wanted. Yeah, good. Quick look at my production. Yeah, it's time to produce some more stuff here. Okay, I want to produce a few more infantry divisions. There we go. And we're going to use some of those elite HQs that we paid for earlier. Well, we earned them from our combat, but we had to still pay for them. These in production. Because we will lose submarines and we will want to expand things. Haven't kept the practicals down on that, unfortunately. Naval bomber. There's my troop convoy there going north. There. Surely that gives them. See if this, hopefully, unfortunately, we're losing here. So what I'm going to do here is cancel that convoy, and I'm going to have my own. To tell you, we're going to cancel convoy, and I'm going to go create a convoy. It's going to be a supply convoy. We're going to go from Kiel, get up at the bottom, get at the bottom, there it is. See, that'll get it now closer to the coast. Switch over to that's useless, sorry. Still have any get out of there. Light bombers, well, we'll use those. They're still doing good where they are, but I'm just put a few more up there. See if there's any that aren't operating. No, so they all are operating here. Over sea planes. Okay, and since we haven't used them, we're going to send these guys down here as well. Haven't needed to use them, at least not yet. We'll form another core HQ to first up. Fairly light division. I think you can sort of guess where I'm going to be heading next. If you've noticed, I have not made any political arrangements with Yugoslavia. So we're not going to be breaking any agreements. They're not going into the Axis. Nothing like that's happening there. So I want Lieb's core here. On Lieb. We're going to send them over here too. But it's mostly going to be that armor that's going to just plunge through them. submarine. Good. Keeping the British down. This whole thing here becomes a trap for them. Yes, we'll get transit rights in case we need them. Sweden, I don't plan on invading Sweden. Might become necessary, but I don't think so. So they just don't have enough to offer us. That would then counterbalance what we'd have to do in occupation forces. Now there's whether the challenge to conquer the whole world is a cool game challenge. But if you're just looking for a defeat the major opponents type challenge. Okay. Core HQs have advanced. That's excellent. So that's that one, and now we're attack rushing that, so we'll get rid of that. We're going to research hydrophones improvements because we're using that. Okay, also armor unit training going on. Oh, we'll let it go down here. Yes, supplies. Now, of course, we're going to be able to deal with these things. Walking around Britain. We're going to be able to, and I'm going to do some time here, but okay, let's look at the naval operations here. We're going to be able to expand it out further because we can base them out of here. That'll help a lot. Okay. Supply, yes, good. We can start doing logistical warfare focus, which to some degree means trucks, better supply transfer costs, better throughput, naval base efficiency is improved, but it costs us some ICs. That's a fair trade-off. Another submarine down. And it's just, right now it might not seem like a big deal, but once you get knee-deep in Russia, now we're starting to make up some of that deficit. Do we have enough time to go by for, yeah, another Soviet for trade? I don't want to make it too big. More likely to cancel it, I think. Those under production. Pair of twin engine fighters. Them going. Okay. I don't think there's a good way to do this. base. We already have our SS garrison there. Oh, they're bombing us. Carriers. Well, you know, I haven't been paying much attention to air war recently. Killing them there. Let's see, we have some fighters here. Oh, I thought I clicked on you. Let's send them up to here. That's probably close enough. Carrier-based fighters. So they're nasty. A little overdone, I think, but it's sort of overdone for the right reasons. Our base there. Because I don't think the AI readily will, you know, build new carrier planes and then fill losses. So that's sort of why I understand they overdo it some. This would be deep battle doctrine. That's a good one to keep going with, I think. This is moving a bit slow because of all these transports, which is very historical and good. I like this game is best to sort of be a history setup. Uh-oh, okay. These guys in battle? No. I'm gonna let them go there, and then I'm gonna use these mountain troops here. Send them up to deal with this. Hopefully this will be... yeah, it's not gonna hold out. This will be interesting. Combat medicine has advanced. How big of an invasion is this going to be? Get mad at Pan. Okay, we're going to put you back on base for a while. Okay, this is just a minor invasion of a single. This Panama will sell to you if your ships show up. I think the problem here is lack of supply, so we're going to create another convoy. Oh, sorry, popped up. Create a supply convoy. We're going to go from Kiel to Narvik. larger garrison. I don't want one of these small garrisons all over the place. Because if they got in, see here, they're sort of contained. They can be messed around, control some territory, but it's not going to be much of a situation here, as you can see, and it's awfully limited with infrastructure. And they're in deep snow already, so these guys will come back down to here. Rebase. Alright, I think that's good enough for this episode. We'll be making more very shortly here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your patience, and thank you for liking these videos and subscribing to the channel. I hope to make this a success. Okay.